My name is Tony Parike. I'm a county commissioner and Lyons Township Republican committeeman. I want to thank all of the volunteers who put this together despite the wind and the rain. Let's have a great hand for all the volunteers. Excellent work as always. Thank you all who planned and put this thing together. It looks like it's an easy task, but we all know, all of us who have done volunteer work, that it's really not easy. It's not simple. It takes a lot of planning, execution, a lot of great people who care about our community and who do this work not for pay, but they do it because it's a labor of love. They do it because of passion that they feel for our country. We have some great people who are part of the Lyons Township Republican organization. We have some elected officials that we will give everyone an opportunity to say hello. We need you to help them out, volunteer on their campaigns, talk to your friends, family, neighbors about their campaigns, and make sure that most of all, you come out to vote. And I know all of you will here, but unfortunately, as we saw in the February primary, on average, only 22% of the registered voters bothered to come out. That's outrageous. In Russia, they get 80% participation, and they only have, I think they get more than one candidate now. But we need to improve, clearly. After 80 years of dictatorship here in Cook County, we are finally getting rays of democracy breaking, and people are coming out. We have Tea Party candidates, we have Green Party candidates, we have independent candidates, Republican, Democrat candidates. The marketplace of ideas is getting wider and busier, but unfortunately, the registered voters are not yet, I think, tuning in to the extent necessary to make sure that they participate by coming out to vote. All right, on that note, we're going to begin with a candidate who's running for Congress in the 3rd Congressional District, which is the district that we're in here. So put your hands together for the next congressman from the 3rd Congressional District, Mike Bendis.
You know, there's bad news and there's good news. The bad news is by the end of this decade, if we keep on our current financial way, a kid born will owe $62,000 of federal debt. The good news is we can stop it. But I can't stop it. You can. I'm Mike Bendis. I'm a West Point graduate, a retired colonel from the Army, and I'm a business consultant. But right now, I'm a candidate to run Dan Lipinski out of office. All right. Dan Lipinski is a really smooth politician, but a lousy congressman. He doesn't fight for us. He doesn't fight for free enterprise. And by God, he'll pass any tax necessary. So let's get out and let's make a difference. Every person here should be on somebody's campaign, state rep, Senate rep, Congress, mayor, whatever might be running. Get out, volunteer, give a hand, make a difference. And what Tony said about turnout is critical. If we turn out, we win. It'd be time to send Quinn home, and I can go through the whole list of names. Okay, we want to see Roger Keats helping fix Cook County. We want Tony Parike, obviously, back there harassing everybody in sight. All right, so let's have some fun. Let's work hard, but get involved. Thank you.
All right, all right.
Mike Bendis, the next congressman from the 3rd Congressional. I want to get Angel Garcia here, who is the new State Central Committeeman for the 3rd Congressional District, just to say a brief hello. Angel.
And quickly, I'm also running for Cook County Clerk. Quickly, why is that important? It's the most important position in the entire state. Why? Because that position controls the votes here in Cook County, the largest voting bloc in the entire state. If we can win Cook County, if we can give honest elections here in Cook County, trust me, we will win every statewide office from now for our next generation. Thank you for what you're doing. Please support me. If you want to get involved with the campaign, talk to our campaign coordinator, Lionel Garcia, with the big Angel Garcia shirt sign. Again, thank you for what you're doing.
Is that so you remember your name?
Angel Garcia, running for clerk of the county of Cook. as well as being a volunteer with the State Central Committee as a 3rd Congressional District State Central Committeeman. So please remember Angel Garcia. Moving along, I want to get a good friend, a great supporter of ours from way back, a person who actually has the qualifications as a licensed assessor who has worked at the office of the Board of Tax Appeals or Board of Review, and the next commissioner on the Board of Review, Dan Patlack. Dan, come on up.
Go, Dan. Go there. Thanks, Tony.
It's a pleasure to be here, and you know, it's even more of a pleasure to be on a ticket, a county ticket, with so many well-qualified candidates, and that's a thread that runs through our entire slate. You know, we have a professional banker running for treasurer. Isn't that a novel idea? We have a 20-year policeman running for county sheriff against someone who has no qualifications at all to be county sheriff, except that he's been boosted by the Democratic Party for many, many years into his position. We have Angel Garcia, Tony Pareca, and a cast of others, all high-quality candidates, all candidates that are qualified for the positions, which is something that would be unique in the annals of Cook County political history. This year, we're going to take every office. We're going to do a great job for the taxpayers of Cook County. My name's Dan Patlack. I'm running for Board of Review Commissioner. Thank you very much.
All right, Dan Patlack. And now, a candidate who's running for treasurer of Cook County, one of our own, a member of our organization, a great candidate, Carol Morse. Carol, come on up.
Thank you, Tony. It's always wonderful to be in my home turf at Lyons Township. And I'm really proud to be on this ticket with all of these great candidates. As Dan Patlack said, we have a whole cast of professional people. And we need to, as I spend more time looking into what this county looks like as a professional banker, I'm appalled at going to these board meetings and seeing the amount of wasted time and the people who are attending these meetings who are completely unprofessional. There's so much work to do, but we have a great team and we can do it. And I appreciate everyone's support. Carol Morse for treasurer. Thank you.
Carol Morse for treasurer of Cook County. This next gentleman is running a great campaign for the sheriff of Cook County and has been all over the place, really making a big splash, and I am convinced he's going to give the incumbent fits. He's a 20-year veteran almost of the Chicago Police Department, the next sheriff of Cook County, Frederick Collins.
Thank you, Tony. Thank you. Thank you very much for having me out here. We are going to put the promise back in the promised land. This is the land of promise and prosperity and hope, and we're going to take it back. We're going to make sure that the will of the people is adhered to and listened to. This is our year. We're at the crossroads of true democracy, where the people tell government what they want. I'm a proud third-generation Chicago police officer. And let me tell you something. I know that team solutions work. I work with a great team of men and women who have paid the price and taken the training to wear that uniform. And today, behind me and all across this country and in this state, I'm working with a great team of Americans. Team solutions work. My name is Frederick Collins. I'm running for Cook County Sheriff. Victory and victory onward.
Frederick Collins. Let's put a hand together for Frederick Collins, the next sheriff of Cook County. But the next candidate that we have is a gentleman who's going to lead the county of Cook for the next 4 years. This is a conservative revolution that's taking place in Cook County, right, Fred? Conservative revolution. And timing is everything, and this gentleman happens to be at the right time, the right place, as our other candidates, doing and saying the right thing. He is the next county board president, former state senator Roger Keats.
You know, as Tony can tell you, the great job of running to replace Todd Strozier is you've already over the first hurdle. Everybody knows you're an improvement. Everybody knows it's a step up. If we're going to have a future for our kids, for our families, for ourselves, we cannot continue in the path we're on. Anyone who ever watches Channel 900, as I do, our county access channel, and watches Tony regularly taking on the I'll refer to them as ladies and gentlemen on the county board. I use different words when I'm shouting at the TV screen. But when you look at what they have done to our county, what that same party has done to our state, if we do not stand up this time, when the wind is at our back, and make a change, guys, it's all downhill from here. This is a last step. We appreciate all your help. We do know what to do. You look at the qualifications, we know what to do. We can repair the damage, and with your help, we'll get it done. Thank you very much.